Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to ETS2, and welcome to the Middle East. Finally, it's out. This has been in progress for quite a while, but finally, a couple of days ago, ProMods released their add-on, the Middle East add-on, which adds a lot of cities and a couple of countries here in the Middle East. So crossing over, connecting via ferry from Greece, I believe that is. Yeah, from Thessaloniki. There's a ferry you can trace there. Some of them is going to Cyprus, but some of them is going to the Middle East here. Now, with that being said, I'm remotely familiar of the conflicts that are currently happening in the Middle East. There are a lot of political topics in nature, but let's try to keep it out of that, okay? Let's try to keep this steady. Let's try to keep this chill in a happy environment. So please, no political comments, otherwise I will have to remove them, okay? Let's focus on the sightseeing and enjoying the sceneries. Yeah? Right? Hopefully that's clear. Anyway, let's go and start. We are starting off in, what is this place? Damietta. I'm not really sure how to pronounce these places, and I'm not sure which countries they're part of. You can let me know in the comments, but please don't put any political topics in nature there. Just factual or based on wiki or stuff like that, okay? But no politics, please. And please, no fighting. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it friendly. Let's start this truck. You might have seen this from the previous silent trucking episode. A lot of folks seem to enjoy the sounds in particular. Sounds are from EVR, super crisp. Signature EVR sounds. Let's hear it from inside. I love it. Oh yeah, definitely. All right, not that one. Let's pick up the load right across the street. So this will be my first time exploring this. I have not seen the other areas before, and I do want to give a note that I had to download a separate super zoom patch if you are playing with Turkey and Romania extended, and you just download this ProMods Middle East add-on. Try to place it first and foremost. The load order, it has to be right on top of the ProMods files, so I put it on top of the ProMods definition file. Assets first, and then on top of that is the definition for the Middle East add-on. Seems to work fine, but yeah, if you have the Romania extended version, then it will crash when you try to load it. That's because there is a conflicting ferry. So what you'll need to do is download the updated super zoom specifically for ProMods Middle East add-on, and you can check the mods list link in the video description to see where you can download that from. Let's go through here because I think the pickup point is on the left. Very nice, cozy place here. And actually the frame rate is very good, even with so many details. So are we in Egypt currently? Guess we are, huh? Let's go and pick up the load from here. It should be around 400 plus kilometers if I remember correctly. Somewhere here, that's the one. Pet food, 12 tons from Damietta. I guess that's Egypt, ET, to Tel Aviv. What is IL? I'm not going to say because I'm not sure what it is. So you guys let me know. And if that is a bit of the political topic, then we can all try and just avoid saying which place it's from. Just stick to Tel Aviv. That is a very familiar place though. I can't quite place where I heard it, maybe in the news. But yeah, let's try to keep out of that. I've been so excited to check this out though. As usual, this map released almost right after the Clumsy trucking stream last Friday. And so, oh crap, that's not going to work, is it? But I think we can make it work somehow. Just go with some aggressive turning like this. Counter steer it a bit more, and that looks good. Does that work? Yeah, that works. That should work. There we go. Perfect. Oh, look at that. Super straight. I love that. That was lucky. Alright. Load her up. So yeah, this map released officially, publicly, after the stream last Friday. And I had to be out of town for the entire weekend, so I could not check it out. But I've been seeing a lot of screenshots over at Discord from the guys, and I was super envious. And that's why I am really excited to check this place out. Let's go through the long route and try to explore the different places. Port Said, or is that Said? I'm guessing that's Said. Port Said. And can I go through there? No, I think it's one way. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, let's go through there, go back this way. Yeah, explore as many places as possible. Alright. El Arich. And there seems to be a border in there. I do want to check that out though, but it's out of the way. Maybe in the next silent trucking episode we can go and do that. Beersheba. Go through that way. And then go straight on. Wow, so many places to discover. And then deliver this to Tel Aviv. Looks like lots of interesting junctions as well. Alright, we will see. We will see. So yeah, I had to be out of town, so I could not check it out. But now finally we have a chance together. Nice interesting stop sign there. What do you call the language or the letters, the writing? I have no clue. I just know that I have no chance of reading them. They look like scribbles to me. Like doctor's handwriting. You know, it just looks like scribbles, but people can understand them. That's how it looks from my ignorant brain, at least. Man, but it does feel very hot here, huh? I have a colleague who originally is from Egypt, from Cairo. And he moved to Poland, and he was telling stories about his adjustment. Because it's like night and day in terms of temperature. Super hot to super cold. And initially his first winter in Poland was the worst, he said, because he had some quote-unquote winter clothes that he bought in Egypt. But then I guess in Egypt people don't really have a good idea of how cold it can get, what real winter feels like. So they have like fake winter clothes. And when he tried wearing those in Poland, wow, well, he was in for a lot of punishment. Lots of punishment there. We just passed through a very nice bridge, if you guys have noticed. Actually, quick save there. I'll try to take a thumbnail from that point. Looks very interesting. Yeah, so this is what I was checking. There's a junction there, but doesn't seem like you can turn from there on this side of the road. Very nice though. Now, I have no real life reference. I've never been to any part of the Middle East. So you guys will have to guide me here. For those who are from here or who have been here. Port Said, that's the one. Cairo. Ah, Al Qaeda is Cairo. Ah, okay. I got it now. I was just about to ask that. Like, where is Cairo here? Because Cairo is the only place that I'm familiar with. There we go. So yeah, we have a couple of colleagues in the company I work with. We are a global company, so we have people from different countries, and we have a lot of folks from Egypt. And I learned that here in the Middle East, at least in Egypt, their weekends are a bit different. They have weekends on Friday and Saturday. So Sunday is actually a working day for them. And that is introducing a lot of complexities on our side because we have to support them. Like our clients are from Egypt, but we are the IT team, and they work on Sundays, but we don't because we're not from Egypt. So that provides a lot of logistical headaches. And sometimes we have to work on Sundays because they work on Sunday. It's quite interesting how all that works. Cairo is to the right. I'll have to double check the local and anglicized names. Is that how you call them? Wow, this place is so good. The detail is amazing. And I'm super impressed. The thing I'm most impressed about is the frame rate. It doesn't even feel like we are inside a city, and there's everything in here. Buildings, people walking, trees, power lines, and whatnot. So filled with detail, but so free in terms of frame rate. Goodness. My CPU and GPU have never been happier. My GPU is only at 50% load, and my CPU is wow, all my cores are being utilized evenly at around 20%. Oh, what is that? Is that a, pardon my ignorance, is that a mosque? I would guess. I think they are predominantly Muslim here. I think so, at least. And if ever I do offend anyone with my ignorant or incorrect comments, please don't take it personally. Just take it from an ignorant guy and let me know in the comments so I learn from my mistakes. Is that the Egyptian flag? And look at that plane. How can he take off though? And why did that car go even if it was a red signal? Interesting. Yeah, look at that. They're going and it's green. That might be a bug in the traffic. Right? It probably is. It probably is. I almost hit that car. Oh crap. It's going to be tight. But it's no problem. We can make it work. Anyone fancy a Renault? No? Alright, moving on. What plane is that, by the way? Anyone of you guys know? Well, the problem here is going to be how are we going to squeeze in that lane. Alright, we'll have to employ some of my Filipino driving skills. So I was out of town this weekend because I had to go back to Manila. Had to work on some paperwork. It's one of my shortest flights ever, or shortest trips ever. Flying out on Saturday morning, flying back on Sunday afternoon. Yeah, just to work on some paperwork and have a little bit of family time. But I had to drive again, and it was great feeling, getting the feeling of a real steering wheel and actually driving in real life. I missed it. Hopefully no one is headed this way because I just blocked the road. Maybe we can move forward a bit. Alright, it's our time to shine. Let me have a look at the traffic light here because this seems weird. There seems like a bug here. The traffic still turns left. Yeah, maybe some inconsistency there. Damietta. Yeah, this one, I have no chance of reading that thing on the top. But at least there are some English? Characters. Latin? Oh. Pardon my ignorance. But anyway, moving on. There's even a hotel here with a nice truck stop right there. And this one? Yeah, lots of industries in this place. Looks very cozy. So did I finish the explanation I had earlier about super zoom? I think I have, but I'm just going to repeat it to be sure. So if your game is crashing, make sure the load order is correct. Put the two files from the Middle East add-on on top of the ProMods definition file. Or where I put it is right before the ProMods and Rust map connector. I guess it doesn't have to be that specific as long as it's on top of the ProMods files in general. And then make sure that you also download the Super Zoom version of Arias, the one for the Middle East add-on. It's Super Zoom PMME, ProMods Middle East. That's the version. And there's a link in the mods list. Look under maps section, and the bottom row should be the super zoom, and the link should be there. What is that? E Logistica. Is that a new company? Might be a local company here. Good. Yes, that is one of the main reasons. I was thinking about that, and I was wondering why ProMods didn't just include this in their original map. Why did it have to be an add-on? But then they actually explained it, and because of all the political conflicts that are happening in this area, they decided to make it just an add-on, because some people might be offended with how the maps are set, how the country borders are there, or I don't know, the places, or how it looks. It might offend some people who are affected by that political turmoil, and they might not want to enable this add-on. So at least that way they have a choice. If you're like me, who is completely ignorant with the things that are happening, I don't really mind how it is set up. Just happy that we have a place like this, and modders who are spending a lot of their time to create a scenery like this. Then you're fine to download and add it. But if you are impacted by the troubles in real life over in these areas, and it is something that you cannot bear, then you are also free to skip it. And there are lots more places where you can drive. So that's actually a very good move from ProMods. That's very good thinking. Because understandably, for us who are not really affected, it's easy for us to say no political discussions. But there are some people who are directly affected. Their personal lives are affected. So it's harder. It is not easy to just turn that off. But at least the add-on itself is easy to turn off. So that's an option. Very good thinking from ProMods. Good job, guys. Does it rain a lot here in the Middle East? I had an impression that it was very hot here, and that rain is not a very common occurrence. But if you guys know better, let me know, okay? Man, hear those sounds. Beautiful. Amazing job by EVR here. Only bad thing here is we will not have very good sightseeing opportunities because of this darned rain. Dang it. So anyway, back to the story. Yeah, I was in Manila for only the weekend. Had to drive, had to reorient myself with Filipino driving. But But I must say, the trucking helped a lot. I did not feel weird at all to be driving right as soon as I left the airport. It felt very natural. For a few seconds, the steering wheel seemed a bit heavier than what I'm used to. Goodness, this is a massive bridge. I wonder what river that is. Phew. Should I maybe turn off rain when I'm driving in the Middle East? You guys let me know, okay? And we'll try and adjust in the next episode. Am I speeding? Kind of. But we do have the retarder. And we do have this junction coming up ahead. Woo. Also, if you notice, the particles are white now. No more black particles on the rain. That's thanks to NL. There's a fix. There's a file that Kirill released which fixes that. Currently, it's not yet part of the NL files itself, but you can download it and put it on top of your load order. It's a separate file and it fixes those black particles. Thanks a lot, Kirill. And I'm not sure where else it's posted, but I downloaded it from the Discord server under the main news channel in the NL Discord server. What is this? Is this the border patrol maybe? Go slow. Thank goodness there are English words there. Otherwise I would have no clue what that says. Not really stopping, but maybe just a checkpoint. Yeah. Very nice placement of those guards. There we go. Alright, onwards. Wow, feels like we're back in ATS with this desert. 90 kilometers, but only for cars it seems. For trucks it's 70. Fair enough. But it's nice to finally have this released. I've been waiting for this for quite some time. Ever since I heard that Jay was featuring it. Jay was showing early access to this map while it was work in progress. Thanks to his contacts, his skills. But yeah, it looked pretty promising from the thumbnails, but I have not been able to join those sessions, so I have no clue really what to expect. But yeah, so far looking really good. The area is not humongous, but it's a very welcome addition indeed. Having to travel that long ferry ride and being able to explore a completely different landscape. That's pretty cool. I like it. In terms of that though, what else is new? I'm not really sure. The only news I've heard is about this map, and everyone has been trying it out, and I finally had a chance to try it out, so I'm thankful. But yeah, I'm not sure if there are other new mods out there. Let me know. But I have not been able to look at the forums so much. Yeah, but maybe I can tell some stories about my trip. So, as I mentioned, I flew Saturday morning. I flew back to Manila in the Philippines, where I'm originally from. I flew on an Airbus A320. It was so cool because it's almost the same as the A319 that we're flying in X-Plane, and I was able to relate so much to what was happening. Like when the air conditioning stops, oh, they're going to start the engines. When this sound came up, oh, that's the hydraulics getting pumped or something. And when the flaps start moving, oh, they're getting ready for takeoff. And when it stops, oh, they're waiting for clearance from the air traffic control. all stuff like that, and it just feels great to know, have an idea, have my own situational awareness. It's such a great feeling knowing what's happening when you're flying. Gives you confidence and lessens my I've not been really a nervous flyer, but now knowing all the systems and knowing all the redundancies to keep us safe, it's great. More than ever, I'm feeling more calm, because all the redundancies are there to protect everybody, and it's safer than ground vehicles even at the end of the day, with all those checks and safeties. It's just that planes get more bad press because when something happens, then it's all over the news. But if you compare that with all the ground vehicle accidents that have been happening or are prone to happen, then it gives a good perspective. But anyway, so I really enjoyed the flight, and we were pretty lucky with the seats. We got seated right at the wing, right behind the emergency exit in the middle, so we could clearly see the wing, and I could clearly see all those flaps and slats moving and different lights, and just enjoy the view outside. We were presented with some very nice clouds during our flight to Manila. It was very calming. The clouds were very fluffy, came in all different varieties, and it was never a dull moment. So I really had fun then. I get to appreciate my flights a lot more now. Whoop, humongous stutter. I was afraid that we were on the brink of crashing there. Thank goodness not. El Arich. Should we slow down? I guess so. Down to 60 maybe? Not really familiar what the city limits are. 60. Okay. There we go. El Arich. Good. How do you say that? Taba? Taba? Taba in Filipino is fat. Oh, there's a Total here. Cool. And that's why I have a cold now, as you might hear, as you might notice. My nose is clogged because airplanes are very unsanitary places. You get trapped with hundreds of people, with more than 100 people for a couple of hours, and all their germs are your germs during that time. So much as we would try to load up with vitamins beforehand, I still got the cold. Thank goodness I got away with it on the way to Manila, but on the way back, that's when I got it. So now, as I'm recording this, I have a cold. Dang it. It's just part of the flight, part of the traveling process. Whoa, what is this? I guess this is the border. At least a border. Okie dokes, slow it down. Checkpoint. Really feels weird having this rain and having this desert. Like it doesn't fit, but maybe I just don't know how it works. I had the impression it had to be like scorching sun, like super hot. Maybe it's just one of those once in a blue moon things when it rains. Why are they turning to the left? Is this road closed? Yes, it is. Right, let's let that guy pass. Another actress. Come on, bro. Am I doing something wrong? No, he's just very cautious. Okay. But anyway, alright, so flight was smooth, flight was great. Great views, great sceneries, great clouds, great landing by the pilot, amazing job. And we arrived without hiccups and met with my family, had some lunch, went to the place where we were going. We had an appointment because we had some paperwork to do, adulting stuff. More the older you get, the more paperwork you have to file. And yeah, it's a bit complicated, adulting is, but I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. And even though I might have to fly back more often because of all these paperwork, I think it's going to be a very fun ride. I'm not sure how much I can share with it yet. I guess I can share, yeah, the high level of it. But you guys might be sleepy by the time I end, so I'm not sure. It's a bit related to the next question in our Q&A. We only have a few questions left that I haven't answered, so if you have a question or if you have a topic, let me know in the comment section, or better yet, go and post them in the Discord, in the questions channel, so I can share more of that stuff over there, and I have more topics to discuss as we drive these amazing views. Love the fog from the distance there, though. You can see how the mountains are just fading ever so subtly as it goes farther and farther. The only thing shame here is yeah, I can only go up to 70. Highways are not very famous on this part, at least, but I saw a lot of junctions. Maybe as we go near Tel Aviv. Is that like the capital? Maybe? A very developed area? Might be. Oh, whoa, look at that lag. That might be related to the buffer size. I increased the buffer. I think, what's the term? Our buffer size? I think it's originally 10. I upped it to 30. And I think it reduced the buffers, the stutters. But when they do happen, they're big ones. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll try to lower them again. Maybe that will help. I'll have to check it out. It looks like we are coming up to a city now. Some very nice arches there. Ah, the border checkpoint. So I guess we are crossing over to a different country now. I hope that didn't come into anything political, but let's stay away from that topic. But there's a border checkpoint here. Let's stick to the facts. Okay, you can stay here. It's nice how they did this. They utilized the new feature from the Baltic Sea add-on, Baltic Sea DLC. I love the idle sound of this truck from inside the cab. It sounds like muffled. It sounds very real. I love it. And another one right there. Now I'm going to guess this flag is the flag of Israel. I hope I got that right. So IL might be Israel, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Why did I stop here? I could have stopped on another lane, but I guess I wanted to punish myself. Alright. Anyway, so yeah, we were doing some paperwork. That's the main reason why we had to go back to Manila. This is actually an ad hoc, a very last minute plan. We kind of booked it a couple of weeks in advance only, but thank goodness it was not expensive. It was one of those normal flights that the off-peak flights. So it cost us around around $200 per person, I guess. Not the cheapest, but not costing an arm and a leg, and something that we really had to do. So yeah, Gearshift. Ooh, sounds nice. But yeah, afterwards, after all those paperwork, spent most of the afternoon there, and spent some family time afterwards. Time with my family, time with Mrs. Clumsy's family, and then we are good. It looks like here, speed limit is now 80, even with winding roads. Okay, nice, I like that. Looks like it's getting dark. If this is the same as the deserts I know or I've heard about, it gets quite cold at night. Maybe not Polish winter cold, it's still cold nonetheless. Very nice clouds there. Beautiful sky at the back. This is how the sky looked like during our flight back. So Sunday afternoon, late afternoon, actually Sunday early evening, could call it maybe, we flew back to Manila, from Manila to Singapore, and this is how the sky looked like. Beautiful dusk effect there. Very scenic, but got dark pretty fast. Now the flight back was more uneventful because it was night. Couldn't see things from outside, not as fun. But it was smooth, it was fast. And when the first officer gave the announcement, when he was welcoming us on board, he was mentioning something about tailwind. So we actually had a faster flight time, a quicker flight versus compared to original, and it was nice that I could actually understand why, right? Having tailwind gives you a faster ground speed. Dang it! Thought I was going to get past that without a hiccup. But yeah, knowing about these things in the aviation world, even if it's basic, gives me a better understanding of what's happening and gives me a calmer mind, more calm disposition when flying, because I have an idea. Situational awareness, even if I'm not the one flying, gives a great sense of comfort, and that's what I love so much about simulators, because they are relatable to real life, especially with planes. Trucks not so much, because I don't really go driving in a truck, but in general we do see trucks all over the place, right? Oh dang it, one more. Whew. I hope penalties here are not that severe, but somehow I think it is. Just collecting tickets from the police. Don't tell me I'll get caught here again. Yeah, this time I'll stop. This time I'll stop. Tel Aviv that way. Yeah. So even though trucks don't really ride in trucks on a normal basis, you see trucks all over the place, and it's just nice to understand how they work and what kind of precautions you have to take when you're near them. You know, how complicated and how majestic they can be. Okay, get a greater sense of appreciation. Trains, not so much either, because we don't have a lot of train lines in Asia. Well, in China you do, but in Southeast Asia not so much. But still, get to appreciate them, and we do have the mass rail transit here, MRT, which is not exactly like the trains you would get in Europe or in China, but still, trains, they drive on rails, so yeah. still works. But planes, yeah, planes are the most relatable for me. Because we fly to and from Manila very often, and occasionally we do travel, and for most of those we fly because the countries in Southeast Asia are separated by huge bodies of water, seas and oceans and whatnot. So yeah, flight is the practical and actually cheapest, I think, option considering. So yeah, it feels great to relate, to be able to relate and to understand what's happening. Man, looks like the rain is letting up. I see the sun, a smidge of the sun there, and there the raindrops are stopping. Perfect. Stop that. Let's have a look at that sunset to our left. Shiny road. Let's try not to crash. Oh yeah, the roads are much better without rain. I think I'll be turning off the rain in the meantime. Should I? I'm tempted. I'm really tempted. I have an impression that it doesn't rain so much here over these places. You guys let me know though, okay? I'm going to turn them off for the moment. There are some mountains popping in there. But once they do pop in, they look beautiful. And yeah, we are in a full-blown highway now with interesting junctions and signages. Love it. Israel. Where is Jerusalem? I saw that there was Jerusalem was also in here. Maybe you can pass through there. Go on a pilgrimage or something. Is that Esso? Yeah, it looks like. Oop, I'm speeding. My bad. No, actually not. Yeah, I can go up to 90 here. Wow. Full-blown highway indeed. Very nice. Okay. Let's step on it then. And yes, I'll probably do a silent trucking episode right after this one. So I'm really enjoying this, and I'd like to enjoy this more with a little bit more daytime and no rain. I'll probably explore the southern area of this map. We'll see how it looks. Oh crap. That's a bit too sharp for 90. Yeah. Almost stepped over there if I didn't slow down. Sleepy truck. But yeah, anyway, Sunday night, came back, and now I'm here, Monday morning, recording. So, quickest, I think we've done it once before, only coming home to Manila on the weekend and then going back. Oh dang it, I think it's the wrong lane. Quite confusing, this road. Interesting layout. Yes, I do want to drive through here again, but in the morning this time. Looks like there's an emergency as well. Let's try to stay away from that. Stay in this middle lane. But yes, very short flight, but actually, interestingly enough, it didn't feel too short. It felt like just right. Like, we were able to do what we needed to do. We had some extra time. We were able to spend some time with family. Granted, not enough time, but still, some time is better than no time. Oh, look at that moon. Beautiful. Yeah, this looks amazing. Full-blown highway with interesting junctions. Looks quiet though, like everyone's asleep. Oh, there it is. We have someone else on the road. A cop just waiting for us to beat the traffic light again. Not this time, sir. Not this time. Is that how the plates look like? The red things? Maybe, or maybe that's a government plate. With the red plate right there. Is this a new police car? Yeah, it looks like. Yeah, because normally it looks like the plates are yellow based on the AI cars on the opposite lane. But probably government have it red. Yeah, that truck has a yellow plate. Do we have a yellow plate? No, we don't. This might actually be illegal. Not sure if we are roadworthy with this plate on. Is this where we're delivering this? Subse? Okay, not familiar with the company. Probably butchered that pronunciation. But you get it. Here we are. Man, that was too short. Actually not, huh? Already more than 40 minutes. Just enjoying driving through here and exploring. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that little storytelling session. I'm glad to be back. And looking forward to more trucking with you guys. Anyway, look forward to your comments. Hopefully you enjoyed this trip. And I'm looking forward to what you have to say. But please, nothing political, okay? Otherwise I'll have to delete it. Because I don't want any fights here. I want to keep this a safe place. We have so much hurt happening in the world already. I want to keep that out of it, at least in this little space we have. This little sanctuary we have. I want to keep it that way, at least. Beautiful. Ooh, some nice lighting there. Alright. Damietta to Tel Aviv, 10 hours, 9,000 euros. I'll take it. Thank you. Alright guys, let us leave it there. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Probably be a silent trucking episode. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, comment and share, okay? And subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Really dark here. And Clumsy Trucking. Bye-bye. I won't toot anymore. Have a good one. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.